God's very progressive. If he wants to track me down, he should know how to do it. And it certainly shouldn't be through email anymore, should it?
It's God, Lisa. He can do whatever he
But
wants.
he really can't, right? Because apparently in my spam folder, I have 43 messages from God. So he's trying to get a hold of me and he's doing it the wrong way because his stuff is all going to spam because he's not in my address book.
Lisa,
What?
what have you been doing that God has left you 43 emails? Oh my God, you're pissing off God.
I'm pissing off God, but I'm not. God has a message for me. What God has told me in all 43 emails is the same thing, and it's an important message, and I haven't been getting it. The message is, today, Lisa, God wants you to know that you cannot let this day pass without telling people that you love them. Okay, so for 43 days, I have not been telling the people that I love them. I've been just assuming that they know because that's how I live my life. Then God decides he needs to interject and no, you need to tell people. But yet God can't be bothered to track me down. I'm kind of mad at God.
I think that this is a sign that you don't pay attention to your emails and God just wants you to narrow your focus.
No, if God wants me to start loving people and letting everybody know who I love, you can text me. That's an easy way to get a hold of me. He can go to my Facebook pages. Easy way. He's not very progressive. That's the problem with religion. It's not progressive. So God has not
Okay.
adapted. He's not adapting. He's not adaptable.
So if he Snapchatted you or sent you a message on Twitter,
Be better.
would be better. Okay.
Right?
So you need God to catch up with the technology.
Yeah,
Is that what you're
right?
asking?
He's inventing the technology. He's giving brilliant people the minds to invent this technology, and yet God's not using it. He's using spam email. Who checks their spam? Nobody. You know why? Because it's junk. But a message from God is not junk. And for 43 days, I'm supposed to be telling people that I love them, which makes me a little bit uncomfortable too. Right? Because I like a lot of people. And yes, of course, I love people, God, but I don't want to just walk around telling, hey, you and you and you and you and you, I love you. Like, I don't.
Okay, no offense, but since when have you ever listened to anyone other than yourself and the three voices that talk to you in your head?
I know.
So, no offense. I don't think you're listening to anybody, let alone if God is sending you a text message, an email, or a Twitter message. You're being like, thanks for this suggestion. I'm not going to be doing that.
And that's exactly how I feel. Because I feel like, you know what, dear God, back off. I didn't ask you to jump in and get involved.
Right?
So know your role, mind your business. Right? Mind your business, God. Like, it's
Get,
different if I'm like,
yeah.
if the words out of my mouth are, dear God, and they're not, sometimes I'm like, oh, for Christ's sakes, but that's not him. That's a different person. That's his son. Right? I have not been going around calling on God.
Yeah, but okay, I hate to bring this up because it's a sore point for you, but you are on his D list.
I feel I probably just got knocked back down. Maybe had I caught this message on the first day, it might be different, but I
Oh
didn't.
my God.
And it could go on and on and on, right?
Okay.
I don't need
All
this type of
right.
stress in my life.
No, you
God's
don't.
not supposed to be stressful. He's stressing me out.
Okay.
I got people out there that I love that I'm not loving. Apparently, God feels I'm not loving people. I'm a loving person who loves people. I just
Okay.
don't go around telling them.
Oh my God. And she's swirling, folks. She's swirling. She's swirling. She's swirling. I need you to calm down. It is an email sent by a fake account from a person called God.
Well,
And that is like, I need you to just bring it down a notch.
okay,
I need you to bring it
you know
down.
what?
Bring it down.
You better just get this podcast started because I got issues with
Okay.
God, and it's not. And
Thank goodness.
people are gonna be
Let's
mad.
get going, Lisa. Let's get going. All right, guys, you have just jumped into another episode of I Shake My Head with Lisa and Sam. God forbid. Okay.
Hello, friends of the podcast.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Just a quick little thing. If you love what you hear, please download, subscribe, share with a friend, and leave a review. Tickets to our live event in Collingwood have gone live. They've gone live, and it is August 16th. And if you just go to our Facebook page and follow the link, they're right there. It's Eventbrite. It's very easy. They're only $20, starting at $20, and then there's a special one at $30. And I'm not entirely sure what Lisa thinks she's giving you for $30.
But you're getting something
But
special.
She assures me that there is something.
Special stuff coming.
So just and thank you for joining us and Lisa. What's on your mind?
Samantha, here's the thing, right? Oh, this is what I felt the other night, right? We were out. I hadn't had a bad day, but it was just a day, right? Nothing too crazy. And we got to where we were going to go have our supper. I won't name the name because we don't need to do that. And we got to go where we went. So we went to where we were having supper, and we were deciding on what we wanted to have. And the young lady said, "You need a few minutes?" We said, "For sure." Okay. At the end of the day, it's not our job to know when happy hour is. It's her job to tell us when happy hour is, right?
Exactly.
Right. And she didn't, so we thought we could take time. Then she came back and we went to order and we said, "Oh, hey, is it still happy hour?" And we knew it was probably right to the last minute. And the thing is that she said no, and that her computer would lock her out of it, right? Friends of the podcast, this is how good of a friend Sam is. Samantha, if I can just hone in on God, I love you.
Shut up. Oh my God.
God means me to tell people?
No, because
No, it's weird, right?
Yeah, now you're just making it creepy
That's
again.
what happens when you go around telling people that you like a lot, that you love them. When you take it to the next step, it's weird. Okay, so anyways, I digress. This is how good of a friend that Samantha is. She saw, after the lady said that we weren't going to get the happy hour deal, she saw my sadness. And she said,
I did. No. It was not sadness.
It was
anger. It was anger. And I was like, oh, fuck, I don't need this on a Friday of a very long week.
It felt like sadness. I felt sad in my heart.
Okay.
And then anger in my heart. And then happy in my heart. Because you said, "I can't have this. I can't deal with this today. I'll buy you your happy hour drink."
I did. Because I was like, I will pay for your $9 drink. Right? God.
And that's why I love her.
Yeah, thanks. I buy Lisa's expensive alcohol because she's a little cheapskate, but likes to drink. Okay.
Yeah, just on Fridays.
All right.
Just on Fridays.
Just on Fridays, yeah. And it needs to be a happy hour.
I prefer if it's a happy hour, right? Because it's called
Yes.
happy hour. And when places
Happy
have
hour.
happy hour and they don't really run past the workday, I don't really understand it.
No. And it's funny that happy hour, the only good happy hour we've ever come across is actually at the Keg. Because it goes till 6.
And Hudson's has that one night where it's all day happy hour.
Right.
That's a good day.
So as we plug places that we go to all the time,
Right.
hint, hint, people who would love to sponsor us. Anyways, so those are the two places that don't disappoint us on a regular basis. And the other ones, they only go till 5. And I'm like, I don't know about anybody else, but my happy hour, I don't get off until after 4:30. So by the time I'm getting to you and your till 5 happy hour, I'm no longer happy and I'm now paying full price.
Yeah, and that made me not happy during the hour.
Cut me some slack, people.
Come on, just bump it up to 6. What's the big deal?
Because the whole idea of being happy is that you're happy because, one, you're not at work and you have a drink in your hand. So if you make them even happier by extending your happy hour time, they will buy more.
Just till 6. It's a win-win, really.
It's really a solid business plan, is what we're saying.
It's not, hi, you don't have to go to the school of Harvard to know this. It's just a win-win.
Well, okay, and no offense to the alcohol that is on happy hour, the amount of money, the overhead that you're making on that bottle of wine or box of wine or whatever that is, whatever it might be, folks, you can extend your happy hour by an hour.
Have just bought it for you.
Yeah, we're good.
We're good. Guaranteed, we're good. Right? Oh my goodness.
Okay, but speaking of going to Hudson's, we were there last week. We went for the last Oilers game against Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, against Dallas.
Against Dallas Stars. Oh my God, I don't even know.
You're not a real fan.
Anyway, so we were there, and Nancy was there, the HHG was there. And for those people who are maybe potentially new listeners, the HHG is Michelle. She's one of our friends, and the Fancy Nancy is also one of our friends. We just give them nicknames because that's who we are. We give people nicknames.
But we don't have
in case you're
nicknames. No
wondering.
nicknames here.
We don't have nicknames for each other,
never.
though. I mean, other than like a little, you're psycho.
Well, and I mean, if you're bitchy,
right?
But,
those are really nice nicknames. Psycho,
right.
bitchy. I
But
mean,
the nickname though, Samantha, is that it has to be long lasting, right? So I'm not
Yes.
always psycho. You're not always bitchy. So that's why they don't stick. But the HHG.
But Fancy Nancy is Fancy Nancy, and HHG is HHG. Anyways, we were at Hudson's for the Oilers game. Fancy Nancy's huge Oilers fan, huge, and so it's going to be a barn burner for sure.
Samantha, I need to interrupt. We need to let people know that the decibel of Fancy Nancy's voice, it blows the roof off of buildings.
Oh, gosh, she was everyone across the bar and outside heard her.
And even though you warn people of what they're about to have to encounter,
you
can't do it justice, right?
Oh, but it was all in fun. She was very excited.
Yes, but all of a sudden she becomes like a baritone man. And she gets this big rumbling.
And this comes from the person who sounds like a 14-year-old losing, just getting his adult voice.
It's weird. That's
after a few Hudson wines.
I don't really find it anyplace other than at Hudson's.
Because it's the boxed
right. It's the boxed happy wine, and all of a sudden, my voice becomes that of an adolescent young boy.
Yes, it does. It's very funny. Okay, so but that's not my story. My story is that Fancy Nancy, in her
fanciness,
in a conversation, I don't even know what we were talking about. I think we were talking about bras for some reason, and she flashed us. She lifted up her shirt and flashed us her sports bra. I'm like, I don't need to see that.
And I'm like, why is that in public?
I was traumatized.
Why are you wearing that outside of home? Why are you wearing it, actually, Fancy Nancy?
Oh, my God. I was just like, what are you doing, Nancy? Pull your shirt down. We're in public.
It's bad enough when Fancy Nancy has to take her insulin. She lifts it up and jabs, too.
Oh, my God. I'm just like, oh, my God. How many more beers? And all of a sudden, like, more clothing will come off.
So
like,
bizarre.
Stop it.
So bizarre. My issue wasn't so much
but
that she flashed. It was just the fact that I can't believe she wears that.
Oh, I don't know. I was traumatized. I don't need to see anybody's bra. No offense, but I really don't. It's just not my gig.
It was.
But I mean, it was a fun night though, because the Oilers won. It was very exciting. They kicked some ass, 6-3.
Not everybody, but most of us were home by 9.
Yeah, right? most of us were home
by 9. So that's perfect.
Yeah, it was delightful.
That's perfect as we're aging, hey? Like, just perfect. But okay. Yeah. I got a nice shake my head.
Oh, okay. Now, here we go.
I have to start off by saying, friends of the podcast, you know that nothing that comes out of my mouth is ever meant to be harmful. It's questionable at best. And sometimes I just have to ask because I don't know, right? I'm not I'm non-judgmental. I shake my head. It's a little judging, but not on what you might think it would be judging on, okay? I shake my head. So I read about this, and then I heard people talking about it. I shake my head at the kids who identify as furries. You know furries?
Yeah, but I thought that was always sort of more of an adult kind of thing, and they wore costumes.
Still costumes, usually just a tail when you're a kid. So it's just a tail.
All right.
And but the furry part, whatever. Dress up, wear a tail. I don't care what you do. The real part that's making me shake my head is that apparently in schools they're allowed to use a litter box.
No.
Because they identify as cats.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Okay. Where are the litter boxes in the washrooms?
I don't have all the details on that, Samantha.
Like, what are they doing? Are they like undressing and doing their business?
I don't know. Maybe
in a litter box?
Because they identify as cats, and cats use litter boxes. Have we gone too far?
That is really young to start doing something like
Like,
that.
again, I don't care how,
Is that a weird trend that kids are doing because of
maybe,
TikTok or
like I
social
don't care how
media?
you identify. Identify how you want, right? Go for it. But
Yeah.
the litter box just seems like it seems unhygienic. And I
Yes.
do believe that humans are meant to use the toilet that flushes.
You can train a cat to go into your
We
toilet.
could, but we
You
let cats poop in a litter box. But
yeah.
ideally, I do have to say that as open as we want to be with everything, I'm going to frown on that. I'm going to frown on the litter box.
I'm going to go I don't understand
Yeah, I
that.
guess I'd have.
I don't understand how schools would actually
Apparently, they do.
do
Apparently, they do
that.
because they identify.
I guess it's accommodating the child, but that
Do we
seems
get? You know what? Here's the thing. When I was in school, nobody
odd.
accommodated me. I was outspoken and talkative, and I got shunned and shamed and sit at the front of the class and right. And here's your detention, and you don't get recess, and all of these things. Nobody
Oh.
accommodated my free spirit in school, right?
And look how you turned
So look at me
out.
now.
The chatty Cathy that
Well,
you
some
are.
people love it, and some people don't.
And some people just go, "Oh my God, will she ever
She
be
will not be.
quiet?"
She
No,
won't be.
no, she will
But
not.
guess what? She will not use a litter box. She'll do her business in the bathroom.
Oh, I think that might be a little. I'm not a parent, so I
And
don't
again,
know, but I just feel like this is really
I haven't
weird.
fact checked. I didn't really
So
look into it. I
weird.
just saw it and I heard a bit of conversation around it.
Yeah, I saw something that there was they were presenting in front of like the Senate or
The
I don't know.
furries,
It was in Texas maybe, and it was somebody from the school who said, "Yes, we have litter boxes." And I'm like, "I'm sorry, furries and litter
right?
box." And then I was like, this is a spoof. This is
And
not true." But
apparently
apparently
it's
it's
true.
true.
Apparently it's true. And I don't know. Like I understand not identifying with with yourself, right? And the body that you have and all of I get that. I get that.
Yeah,
We understand it, we move past it, and we accept it. I don't know if
right.
I understand how we identify with a cat. Like I love a cat, but there's a lot of lines that I draw, right?
I don't think I want to go into a litter
Right?
box, but
Are we
that's
are
just
we taking
me.
things too far? Maybe
Maybe.
it feels
But furries have been around for a
yeah,
long
but
time. I've just never associated them with children in a school going into a litter
the kids
box.
catch on, right? Well, I'm
Okay.
just saying,
All
just
right. All
I'm
right.
shaking my head at the furry, maybe a little.
I'm going to shake my
Shake my head,
head along with
shake my
you.
head at the litter box.
Yeah, that seems odd. And I don't know, folks of friends of the
If you're a
podcast.
furry or you have a friend that's a furry and they're practicing this, drop us a line. I just want to know a little more about it. It
We're
might be very
curious.
explanatory. Like it might be a real logic reason and be like, oh, makes perfect sense why I'm squatting and shitting in stones. I don't know, right?
Stop it. Oh my God. Okay. All right. We're going to move along now, folks, because Lisa's going to get us into trouble. And I'm not answering that email or voicemail,
Totally.
whichever it comes in
Totally.
the
That's where
form.
we're headed if
Okay.
we don't
Whatever
stop.
form. Yes. Okay. So I have and I
All
shake my
right.
head too. Oh,
Go
go
figure.
figure. Okay. I was watching game shows
Which
the
one?
other day. There was like some old stuff and some stuff I've never seen before because I was just all of a sudden I'm like, this is there's a
Right.
game show channel, and I'm like, okay, this is weird. And then I was like, is anything really new about game shows? And I was like shaking my head and I'm like, I don't think there's anything new because really the whole point of a game show is you do something stupid to make money.
Well, or you know, or you well, or you have a skill, or you really are smart, like you know certain things, right?
Like Jeopardy,
Jeopardy.
right? Yes. Okay. So, but that's not the game
No.
shows that I enjoy
Right. Right.
watching.
I know that.
Though I do enjoy a good Jeopardy and occasionally I get a question and I feel smart
But
for
do you
like
really
5
get the
seconds.
question right
Shut up. Yes,
after
I
I've
do.
answered it?
Lisa?
Probably. Mm.
No, probably not, hey, because you're
Do you
not the
remember when I
smartest
tried
person
out for
that you know.
Jeopardy? I
No, you
did.
didn't,
I
really.
did. I
No, you
did.
didn't.
I
No, you didn't.
did. I
No, you didn't.
did.
No, you didn't.
I
Nope. Shut up. Shut up. Okay. But the whole point of my I shake my head is that I think that it is not the actual like oh, you got to do this to get this. I like to see people in game shows that get hit, thrown into water,
Oh,
bumped into water. I like people in
so
peril. I Those are the game shows that I
so you're
enjoy the
like
most. I
you're like
mean, don't get me
American
wrong, I
Ninja.
love a good holiday.
You're like
Huh?
American Ninja,
That's not a game
kind of.
show. That's not a game
How is it not a
show.
game show?
How is American Ninja a game show, you
How
dingbat?
is it not a game show?
It's
They're
not. It's like an
yeah,
athletic show. It's where you show your, oh, I can swing like Tarzan and jump
and then
over
you
water.
and
Yay,
then you get a
congratulations. You can
and you
climb
win a
up a
prize. Game show.
No, you don't.
Mm.
Nope. Shush. Anyways, so I shake my head because what I enjoy about a game show is there's this one with it's like they have to answer questions and they get people to stand on there's a person in every row and then this big ball rolls down and whoever got it wrong gets booted into the water.
Is it
I'll watch that 110 times because I like to see the people
is that
go
new?
into the water. It's like some weird game show that only pops up in
Oh
the
wait, wait, is
summer.
that the one? Is it called Big Balls? I saw an
Yes,
ad
I
for it,
think
and I'm
it
like, why did they
is.
all get hit with the ball?
It's hilarious. And I'm like, those, and then the one with Rob Lowe,
I
remember
like
when
that
they were
one. That
spinning
was a
in the
good one.
chair? I like people when they're doing something physical to get their
Yeah, that was a
money.
hard one, right? They were in the crazy chair and they had to answer all these questions and
Yeah. And then they were
stop and blah, blah,
spinning
blah.
around.
I like Beat
Yeah.
Shazam. Me and Mike, we've been recording Beat Shazam, and on Saturday nights we do Beat Shazam,
Oh my
right? Because I
God.
love him. Right?
Oh, anyways, that's my shake my head because I don't think they're new
Right.
game shows. I think they're just new ways to make people do stupid things to make
Totally. I
money.
heard, although I did hear this, I heard this on the news the other day that they're going to do a Canadian version of The Price is Right. Why?
Oh
Why?
God,
Why do
why
we
would you
need to
do
do that?
that?
Right?
No, don't
Right?
ruin
Why
it.
do we need that?
No, because we do a
It's
Canadian Family
horrible.
Feud and it's
It's not
so
good.
stupid. No,
Right?
it's not
Like the
good.
guest, the
I
host
don't,
isn't
and
good.
you know what?
The people,
Oh, Jerry D is
right?
horrible. He's so
In everything that he does, you
horrible.
heard it here, Jerry D.
And and as Canadians, like that hurts my heart, but he's
He's not
not
that
that
good.
great. He's not the
He's not
guy
the
I would have
guy.
picked.
He's totally not the guy, right?
No. It's like when we do Canadian Big Brother. It's not
No,
good
right?
either.
Like Canada, we're great, but we don't need to jump on the bandwagon and try and do all.
No.
We just don't need it, right? We
No.
don't need it.
No.
I don't need to. And the cost of cheese curds that would go on poutine, $1.25, right? I would pay two toonies for that. Like I don't, right? And because and
It's
here's
gonna
the other
be
thing,
bad
you
because
couldn't.
who's gonna host
Who's going to host
that?
that? And here's the other thing: you could never ever bet like oh, I'm going to bet 1 penny because we don't have a penny.
We don't
The
have pennies
states is losing their
anymore.
penny too. I know.
I
Kelly
know.
and Mark aren't
Finally.
happy about it.
Took
They're
them
not
a
happy.
while.
Kelly and Mark.
Why? It's a penny. It costs more to make the penny
What
than
she
the
wants
penny.
is she wants the toonie. She wants a
Who
Kelly
wants
and
the
Kelly and
toonie?
Ripa. She wants a version of the toonie. They love
Well, because the
they love the
toonie's
toonie,
awesome.
right?
And a loonie, because, we're Canadians and we name our
And here's the thing,
coins.
the
Got a
problem with it,
problem? Come up to
right? But
Canada.
here's the best thing, friends of the all you people who aren't Canadian, is that the toonie and the loonie, so it's a $2, and it's a $1. We don't even count it as change. It goes in your wallet, and one day you have $45 you didn't even know you had. Just that
And
coin,
you wonder why your wallet's heavy or your
right?
purse is heavy and your
You take
shoulder
out the
hurts.
coin, you're like, I have $45 I didn't even know. That's the beauty. It's free money. Totally
Oh,
free
yeah, it's
money,
free
right?
money. It's
So
awesome.
I was watching baseball as I do, right? My Jays are on a little bit of a comeback
Yes.
swing. But I was wondering as I'm watching, what's with grown men and why do they have to slap each other on the ass after a home run? Like women would never do that. We would
No, we
never
would not.
ever slap our fellow women on the butt. And it's not just a tap, it's a slap. Like,
I'd give a hearty
right?
high
Some
five.
hearty high fives. So I
Hearty
wonder,
high
like, how
fives.
did that ever become like who was the first man that's like, I'm just gonna slap that ass, right? Like,
Slap
right,
that ass. Dun, dun. Made me
right,
think of a song. Dun, dun, dun,
right,
dun, dun. Slap that
exactly,
ass.
right.
Sorry. I don't know. Like
It's weird.
that's a very
Like men are so masculine, but Ooh,
It's very touchy
right?
feely for
Very touchy
guys. Here, let me slap
feely,
that big juicy butt
right?
you
Like
got
big
there,
butts
boy.
within that man,
Way to hit the
right? Hit a
ball.
home run, slap, right? Like if I hit a home run and somebody slapped my ass, I'd probably slap them.
Oh my god. I'd be like, why are you touching my ass? Give me a high five.
Right?
Can we high five?
But
Let's
all the
high
men
five.
all seem just fine with it. And every man, it's not just one man, the whole team slap, 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 slap. I'm like, there's something weird to this.
You know what? I'd be like, let's do it. Let's do a chest bump.
But not for women.
No, because even
That's
I
weird.
mean, guys doing chest
Yeah,
like,
because it's nothing to
yeah,
nothing,
women doing that would be
right?
weird as
Women
well.
boob to boob
Yeah,
too much. Women, there's
yeah,
really
that would be
nothing
weird.
that we need to do other than a high five, right?
Yeah.
I just thought it was on. I thought, I
Hmm.
guess maybe it's almost like an honorary I shake my head kind of.
If anybody can explain why men in
And
baseball or
in their
really any
tight little
sport
pants.
hit each, yeah, in their little tidy pants, hit each other's butts after they've done something wonderful, like, I don't know, get a base, get a home
Yeah,
run. I don't know.
let us know.
Do they hit butts in football? I think they hit butts in
Do they hit
football
butts
too.
in football?
No, I think they do. But they kind of do. They do
They're
the chest
chest
bump.
bumps.
They do more of that. And then they do a really
Birthday,
fun like
right?
dance
Or something,
in the
right? They do that. Baseball
touchdown.
doesn't do that.
Mhm.
Baseball's the bum, the slapping. Yeah, weird,
Huh.
right?
Interesting. And their
In
tight
their tight
pants.
pants, right? In
In
their
their
tight
tight pants.
pants.
I'm not it's a
The
ritual apparently.
master.
If anyone could explain this ritual to Lisa and I, please. We have our
Right?
voicemail on our I shake
Right?
my head pod.com page, or you could just send us an email and let us know why men
Yeah.
hiss their butts
You know, this is
in
a question for
sports.
Luke.
It
I don't
is a
know. I
question
don't.
for Luke. I think he would have a
I know.
lovely,
And
lovely
I don't know if
commentary
Luke is a
around this.
sports fan, but Luke is all knowing, right? He's got
Yes.
sassy answers for everything. He can tell you why the grilled cheese is a bad sandwich and don't ever dip it in soup. Although he can tell you anything. Dear Luke, tell us why men slap each other on the ass. That's what we're curious about today. We're going crazy, right? We're talking about the furries in the cat box, and now we're talking about men spanking, right?
It's a no
No,
holds bar.
right?
Let's go. Let's go
Go there,
there,
folks.
folks.
Imagine this live,
Hard hitting topics like, why do you hit your
right?
ass?
Sam,
Ew.
Lisa and Sam solving the world's problems, world's deepest questions. We got you.
Hmm.
That's so funny. Yeah,
That's us.
right.
That's us. You know what I want to do though? I want to find a way to say the word salty. I want to bring it into my conversations. I want to be like, ooh, you're salty. Ooh, look at you, salty. That would be
That'd be
so
so
awkward.
awkward. I don't even like. What do you like? I don't even know where to go with that. Like, where do you go with that? Like, what do
I don't know, because I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try and do that. I'm gonna bring salty into
So
a
I think a few
conversation.
years back, salty was like the new word in the dictionary because it was like all popular. So you're just trying to
Oh,
retrend it.
salty. Salt.
Salty. Like
Salty.
that's so salty.
Salts.
I don't know. You
I
gonna
think
try
I'm
it?
gonna
Like
do
just
that.
like
Yeah, because you know what? Sometimes you just get bored talking the regular talk and you're just trying to be all like, oh, I have proper English and I talk like this. And it's like sometimes you just gotta be like, yo, you
you
salty. Stop
salty girl,
it.
right?
You salty. And like you can use like it could be a good connotation, it could
I
be
don't
a
know.
bad connotation, it could be sassy. Like there's a lot of different ways that you could work that into a
I feel
conversation.
that if salty comes out of my mouth, it makes no sense. Like, hey, you're
No, because
salty.
you're so like button down Oxford shoe
Yeah.
girl. Like, please. Michelle, however, probably
I
could
don't
get
know
away
if
with
she could get
salty.
away with salty. No, I
I
think if
no.
Nancy said salty, you'd be scared, right? I think it'd be
I don't know if
I think
you
it'd be
wouldn't be
no,
that's mean.
I would say that to her, right? I
Uh-huh.
would say that to
Okay.
her.
But I'm gonna throw because sometimes every once in a while I repurpose words and people just look at me like I'm weird.
Isn't
I'm
it
like, what? I want to
isn't
use
it
it differently. I get that there's a definition to this word, but sometimes you It's the younger generation. They use words all the time that don't mean the same
I don't think
shit.
they'll do it because you know what? This reminds me of when you were going to learn all the words to shoop, shoopid, doop, shoopid, and you didn't, right? So you're kind of a quitter too, right? Right?
I am
Because
a bit of a quitter. Yeah, if I get bored, I quit.
you declared it on a podcast that you wanted to learn all the words to shoop, right?
Shoot,
Right?
shoot,
That's all you know. You know
shoot
what everybody else knows. But
I know.
hey, all right, salty away.
You know what, Lisa? There's no need to be salty
I'm
in
not
this
being salty.
conversation. There is
If I
no
want to
need for
salt it up,
that.
I'm going to use salt it up. I'm going to salt it up.
I'm gonna salt up this conversation. I'm gonna salt it up.
Right? I'm gonna salt it up. You can be salty, but I'm gonna salt it up.
Oh my god. You know what, friends of the podcast, is what we're here for. We're here to teach you how to use everyday words in a really awkward and bizarre way, and people will start looking at you and think you've lost your mind. You can always thank us for that. Thank you.
We're giving you the go ahead. Go ahead and salt it up, friends of the podcast.
And we say we never teach people anything, but sometimes, Lisa, we lie.
Maybe we have taught a few things.
We might have taught them a few things. It's hard to say. No, because we have no memory of anything.
A couple friends of the podcast, right? A couple people who keep in touch with us and we love, right? We love them for doing that. They're salty too. I'm gonna start with
they are salty.
Tina, right? Tina and her husband. This is so awesome. They sent us a message. She usually contacts us through Instagram. She sent us a message a while back saying that they were going through. They've listened to all of our episodes and they were starting back at square one. So every now and then she'll find something that just, I guess, makes her laugh and she'll send us a message about it. So she sent us a message this week about an episode where we discussed the toe bro.
Oh,
right? Remember? He was a Canadian chiropodist who had his own TV show on TLC. My question after she said this, because I'm like, so there must have been, it was a long time ago, right? It's years ago that we talked about it.
It was a long time ago.
Must have been interested in it. I believe I was watching the Toe Bro. And then it got me thinking, what makes people want to be a doctor of feet or a doctor of certain things? Like out of all the specialties, like what makes the toe bro guy go, I want to look at people's nasty toes. That's what I'm going to do when I grow up. I'm going to be a nasty toe doctor.
Because maybe he just always wants people to be able to like walk properly. Maybe he has like, that's how he cares for the world, is making sure people can.
I wonder how often that experience is positive as you're describing it, right? Like that sounds feel good as opposed to the toe bro dealing with the people who don't take care of their toes and their nails and their everything else. Because he must be.
I know. There's some gross stuff out there.
Right? Right? This is what I'm going to say, right? They want to be the gynecologist.
Don't talk.
Okay, because they want to cure and help women. Perfect, right? Right.
It's women's health.
All the times that they cure and help women, how many horrible times do they have to see the unmanned, the nastiness of what some women put their nether regions through?
Potentially smells.
Right? They haven't. They're not taking care. Like when you think of the job that you have, or I think of the job that I have, I can't think of any situation that I'd be like, oh God, I don't want to do it because of this. It's only I want to do it.
Okay. You and I both know in a previous life, we encountered things that nobody should have to encounter getting paid minimum wage. It was really horrible. Because there was nothing good about a hot summer and sweaty bodies
and bare feet
and carpeted floor.
And we're gonna say this, right?
And there was the smell of swass.
And friends of the podcast, for those who might know, swass is sweaty ass. Swass. The fitting room area smelled like barn that a horse pissed in. And when you walked, it was kind of segregated. And when you walked into that area, you were walking into the wall of ass. It's like, and here I go. Right? And sometimes we also had a public wash off.
Oh my
And
God.
sometimes,
Oh,
sometimes I swear to God, this is
don't.
so bad. We're airing the dirty laundry. We're airing the laundry, and this
Oh,
is so
so
bad.
gross.
Sometimes I feel that the women would not have their morning poop until they came to where we were,
Yeah.
and then they would blow up in the
Uh-huh.
bathroom. So what we did on Saturdays is we put an out of order sign on it. Because guess what?
Yeah, we
Right?
didn't
Not
piss
dealing
off
with
the
this.
world.
Not dealing with your shit today.
Not on a Saturday, folks.
Not dealing
Not
with
on a
your shit today.
Saturday.
No pun intended.
It was
So
so
bad.
gross. Like, I just remember, and I'm sure I've told this story before, but for those who might be new to the podcast or newish, um, one fall when McDonald's was doing pizza
And eggnog.
and
Egg,
I think it was
yeah.
Halloween flavored or like orange
Milkshakes.
milkshakes or something disgusting like that. There was a young child whose parent brought them, or I think
Grandma.
it was their grandmother, brought them into the store because they needed the washroom. And before the kid could get to the washroom, he threw up on the carpet, on clothes, in front of our shipping receiving doors. And I'm like, oh my God. And then, of course, because you having to look at it and you're like, like,
So horrible.
oh my God. And this kid
the
just
way.
kept puking all the way to the bathroom, and it ruined it ruined
My
clothing.
spirit.
The carpet was just, we had to get a shovel and we had to
Shovel up this
shovel
vomit.
it because, and it was pizza
Yeah,
and
pepperoni
orange
did not agree with
milkshake.
him. Or pineapple.
Oh my
And
God,
then I
it was
remember his
so
grandma was kind
disgusting.
of like mad, and she kind of had a bit of an attitude. And I remember getting mad at her saying, "Your grandson just puked through my whole store. He just puked everywhere." Drop the attitude, lady. Right? Because look at, here we are shoveling up his vomit.
Oh my God. And then we had to cover it with, I think we got like tons of carpet
Which then just caked it in.
deodorizer.
That was a bad move. It was a bad move.
Oh God, it was so gross. And it stunk and
It was really
everybody was trying
horrible.
not to throw it. Oh God,
Welcome
it was
to our
so
life.
horrible. So no offense, you guys, whoever has worked retail, we feel for you. We've been there for many, many years and dealt with
I'm
many,
so
many
thankful that
horrible situations.
now in my new life,
Oh,
I just only appreciate what I do for a living. Right?
yeah, because it's regular retail, guys, is hard,
It's
hard,
hard.
hard,
It's
hard,
hard.
hard,
Our
hard.
second friend of the podcast, Carrie. So Carrie,
Yes. Who
I
I
know
really
she's been all
enjoy.
about you lately, right? She's been all about you. She phones our website, and she left a message the other day about for new shows for Sam, because Sam had asked. Remember last week you requested you needed some new shows because you didn't
Yes.
like mine.
And then she cut off and I never heard it. So Carrie,
Right?
you haven't
Because
really
it's
told
only
me.
30 seconds. We don't know how to make it longer. So you have to do lots of calls, I think.
No, we
Sorry.
don't.
Right?
Sorry.
I'm gonna try and fix it, but I don't know how to. And then so she was talking about that. And then she phoned this week to let me know that she was listening to the podcast. And every time I say a certain word, she kind of gets a little bit, it's not right. Sam, what's the word? Pasta.
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 No, because we can't do this again. We're going to drive our listeners crazy. I am right. Carrie believes in me. She corrected you. So for the record,
You know
I'm
what I
right.
thought she was
Lisa's
talking
wrong.
about? Tankini. Tankinis. I thought she was talking about tankinis because everybody says I say that wrong too. Right?
Yes. I
My
believe your
sister's like,
sister
"It's not,
corrects
can't
you
say
on
it
that.
like that." I'm like, I say tankini. Right? I don't know. Sometimes I'm not good with
Tankini.
words. Tankini.
Tankini?
Tankini.
Tankini?
Tankini.
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 Tankini? Tankini. I don't know.
Pasta.
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 I'm back there again.
Pasta. So
I'm back
anyway,
there again.
always keeping us on our
But
toes.
yes, so thank you, Tina, and to Tina and her husband who are going back through the
Right?
later episodes and bringing up stuff
But
we've forgotten about because we've done this for
she always takes
we've
a
done for 8
screenshot of
years.
the
So
episode title, and then I go back in and I listen to it too, and I'm like, oh my god, that's so funny, it's Tobro. Right?
so it's nice when you guys remind
We
us of the
appreciate
weird
that.
things
And
we've
that you
talked about. So
funny all these years
Mhm.
later.
Exactly. Now, I did mention before we were at Hudson's, we were watching the
Definitely.
Oilers game. I just need to officially say that I might be an Oilers
You're
fan.
not an Oilers fan. You're
I
not, right?
might
You're a
be.
fake fan who likes,
I might be. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to commit to
right? You're
watching the Stanley Cup final until
not
it's
gonna buy a
probably the
shirt,
last game.
right? I bought a shirt.
No. Oh my God.
Oh my
Michelle comes
God,
fully dressed in an orange blazer and a t-shirt and a hat. And I'm
that is
like, that is
commitment.
commitment. And I appreciate that about her. I appreciate that. Nancy's not even that committed. She
Last
wasn't
year,
even
I
wearing
bought a shirt,
anything.
an Oilers T-shirt, and I will only wear it on the last day. That might be the Stanley Cup final. Because why? Because it doesn't fit me too
Oh, okay.
well. It's too long because it's a New York shirt, and it's ugly. It's a round neck, which I never ever wear 'cause I have like bad neck, right? So everything I wear is always a V. It's round and it's not very attractive,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
But but AJ
I don't
can
know.
wear
But
like an orange
I'm just saying.
shiny blazer and
And
pull it all off.
I know she really was pulling it off. And then I had disappointed Michelle because I wasn't providing my usual very
Right.
fun and
And you
exciting
kicked in.
commentary as I watched
But then you
hockey that
kicked
I
in.
never
Big fan
watched.
kicked in.
And
And
then I
what do
kicked
men say
it. Yeah.
podcast? She thinks she's a know-it-all, right? You'd think that only she's ever watched hockey before,
Yeah, and I'm like, "What are you
right?
doing? Why are you doing that? Get to the other side of the ice. What are you doing?" I'm screaming at these guys and I'm like, like it was I
When she
just
watches
shit comes out of my mouth. And I understand that I make no
baseball,
sense.
everybody's got a nickname. And
Yeah. Oh,
bizarre the transformation,
yeah. The Yes, the transformation, because and then I like whatever they look like, that's the nickname I give them. Like
right?
the one catcher is little short chubby
Chubby,
guy, so he's
right?
chubby,
So it's weird how the
chubby.
fake fan like morphs into like this all-knowing, all-being fan.
You should you should appreciate the fact that
Yeah,
I'm
but
very
okay, but I don't care
adaptable.
that much about her. But I
I
don't care
am
that
very
no,
adaptable
you're
to
not.
any sport,
You're
having
not
zero
because I don't really care that much
knowledge.
about the hockey. But when I ask for the fake fans' help for baseball, you're actually not that adaptable because you don't really come out shining.
Okay, but I do a great job of supporting the
Not
Blue
really.
Jays.
I have to beg for the support, right? You don't just willingly give the support, Samantha.
No, but Vlad is very
Okay,
disappointing
yes,
this
he
year.
is, and like, and then it's hard to have conversations and take them seriously with you, right? Because you've just heard that somewhere, or I've said that at some point, right? And then you're just using words like an idiot.
And this is
Right?
how the fake fan
Right?
gets through
Right? You just
stuff.
church like a little idiot right there. Vlad's not doing that good this year.
And that's how I get through
Oh,
conversations with people. Because I hear certain things. I'm like,
right?
oh,
And
I could
that's why
use
I
that in the
do this,
conversation.
right?
Ah, God,
It's
that's so,
very, it
it's
is.
fun. It's fun. It
Oh,
irritates people, and that's
course
even more
not.
fun,
Okay,
actually.
I know I talk about the grocery
Hmm.
store a lot, right? But it's kind of my new thing, right? I've kind of
Well,
like when I get
because
to
you
go
go every
outside, right? Remember all the
Saturday.
years I never got to go get groceries? Now I get now I now
Yes,
I
and
get
now
to go
you
every
do all
Saturday.
the
So I was
time.
at the grocery store, right? And that's a hard job, right? Like the people who are stocking the shelves and stuff, right? They got like their carts and they're just like
Uh-huh.
they gotta push everything forward and they gotta put everything back, right? And I'm like, you know what? And they're bending down and they're bending over, and I'm like, you know what? That's a job that I wouldn't want, primarily because with that job must come in the dress code, your ass crack has to show. All I see is ass cracks. What's with men? Because they're
Why are you
there.
looking there?
They're there. They're there.
You're
No, it's not.
That's your
It's like a
creepy
pimp,
side.
right? Why do men have to show their ass cracks?
Well, because they're not wearing a belt when they
Right?
obviously should be
And
wearing a belt.
you look because it's right there at the shelf. It's right there at the shelf, right?
Right
Go to get the
there.
peanut butter. Excuse me, and your ass. I need to get the peanut butter. Right? It's awkward, right? And the thing is that that
Oh,
could be the
God.
best looking man ever, but nobody's attracted to anybody's ass crack, right?
No.
No,
Well, I mean,
no.
unless you're an
Are
ass
you an
lady.
ass lady? I'm
I
not.
don't know. Are you an
I'm
ass
not.
lady? You're looking there. You apparently are very
No, I'm
invested
not.
in these particular
No,
human
I'm
beings
not an
that
ass
can't
lady.
wear a belt and
No, no. Are you? You?
okay. All right.
If anything, it kind of creeps me out. And I'm like, and they must know because they must feel. We all feel when you sit down and your shirt doesn't come all the way down. We all feel that air.
Well, obviously, they're very comfortable
Weird.
showing that part of their body because if they weren't, they probably would have pulled their pants up or pulled their shirt down.
Yes, it's like the plumber, right?
Right?
Like that's his trademark, right? Is his ass, the crack of his ass.
Do you feel like I don't know. When when that happens, do you feel like those people are like,
Totally.
fuck, I don't care who
Totally.
sees me. I hate this job. I
And if
hate
you're a
this
plumber,
job.
you're like, I hate this job, but I get paid lots of money for this job. So I don't care if you see my ass, right? Don't look at it. That's what I think they feel, right? You don't want people to look.
Yeah.
But it's there at the peanut butter aisle. If you could, excuse me, sir,
Oh
could
my
just
God.
you and your ass and the crack of it just move a little to the left? I'm just trying to reach the smooth peanut butter, please. Right? Right?
Smooth peanut butter.
I'm just saying,
Okay. All right.
it just seems weird. Right?
Oh dear.
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I'm going to soon have to worry about that with my jeans, right? Because remember my favorite jeans that I'm not giving up?
I
I'm not
told
going
you to start wearing
so
a belt.
careful.
And you won't roll them a
Because then I
second
have a
time
camel
or a
toe, or
third
they're up
time.
at my boobs, and that's uncomfortable. Like once you pull, okay, it's like pulling your pants up. Every roll pulls your pant up higher, and we all know that at some point
Yes.
things can't go any higher without a lot of discomfort, or a lot being shown to the world, and that's creepy.
Lisa, you
Yeah, I
you
know,
need
but
new
now it's
jeans,
summer,
hey?
so I don't want to get new jeans in the summer. I want to wait for fall. So you're gonna have to deal with my jeans.
Oh God. Oh my God. Then your big ass
They're really
cargo
wide.
pant
They're
thing
really,
are gonna come back
yeah.
and come back out. And I'm like, oh, and don't you have like an
Yeah,
army looking pair one?
but as you predicted, I don't really know what goes with it, so I don't.
Oh,
No,
thank
no,
God you won't
I
wear them
won't
then.
wear them. They're safe. They're safe, right? Because I don't feel any shirt works with them.
I swear to God, we don't know how to dress in summer because a part of me wants to be like, like fashionable still, but a part of me just wants to wear like a pair of jean shorts or like a jean capri and a t-shirt and a pair of,
I
and
went
my
out the other
sandals. Like
day
I don't
in
give a
my. I
fuck.
have my, my camouflage cargo capris that are like 25 years old. I went out the other
Yes.
day in those and a t-shirt.
Uh-huh.
There's no way they matched. There's no way it matched. The t-shirt was peach with red, and then I'm like I know I don't match. And then I put my gray Converse on. I'm like I am not matching, but it seemed different because it was the summer, right?
Right? Because we can pretty much
Nobody
do
really
whatever we
knows,
want this summer.
right? So the moral of my
Nobody cares.
story is that if my pants get too big and you see my ass crack, I hope as a good friend you'd be like,
Oh my God. I told you about your saggy ass jeans the other
I know, but
week.
they're
I
not
don't
that
know what else to
saggy.
do for you. And you
I'm
won't
not giving
give
them up. I
you
love
won't
them too
give them
much.
up.
I'm not giving them up. Not giving them up just because you said so.
Oh, fine. Yeah. Okay. But in your travels, in your grocery store travels, are people buying
Is it
frozen
time to
juice anymore?
make?
It's
Yeah,
frozen
but
juice. You add water.
so it's got to sit on the counter overnight.
So?
So I want juice today. I got to wait till
So?
tomorrow to be able to drink my juice.
So now you think
Yeah, because
frozen
it's
juice is being
frozen and you
difficult?
can't just make it that day. It has to sit overnight on your counter, and then the next day you can make your juice. I want juice today, not tomorrow. Right? How do you make your frozen
Uh-huh.
juice? Like back in this,
I
you have a
don't drink
sensitive
juice.
stomach, right? But
Thank you for being so understanding about that, Lisa. Oh my God. A little sass, a little salty. Were you? Were you trying to be a little salty and it didn't work
I'm
for
never
you?
understanding
Did
about
it
your
work?
sensitive tummy, am I?
No, you're not. From someone who has apparently
Right? I
5,000
know. I'm just saying.
allergies.
So back in the day, so
Mm-hmm.
take your back. Like I remember
Okay.
having frozen juice in the 70s, and you had to sit it out for it to unthaw, and then you had to make it the next day. Why do I want that when it's already made for me in a container? Right? It was high maintenance juice.
So you
Yeah,
have
it's
an
high
issue with
maintenance.
frozen juice?
I have an issue. I totally have an issue with it.
Really?
I actually hate it. There. How about that? How's that weird?
So
It's high
weird.
maintenance.
So weird.
It should be.
It's
You want
very
juice,
weird
but
of
you
you.
gotta wait till tomorrow. I don't want to wait till tomorrow. I want some juice today, thanks. Right? I'm
All right,
saying,
don't
okay,
be
well,
weird
here's
around
something
me,
that's kind of
please.
weird and creepy and not needed, if you ask me. McDonald's in the States has launched the cotton candy shake. Oh, I love cotton, but not in a milkshake.
Why?
It's not. It's like there's nothing. There's not one thing I can find good about it. And my mom said you should always find one good thing about everything. I can't find one good thing about a cotton candy shake.
Cotton candy doesn't have
Just
a
sugar.
taste. Cotton candy is
Just
sugar.
and it's best just
It's
melting in your
just
mouth
sugar.
to sugar, right? Because I love cotton candy.
Right. Well, and
Typically,
only during
right?
fair
It's
season. Like it's only
right? Summer
it's a
food,
summer
right?
food.
Like it's not like the
It's
mini
a
donut
summer
that can be at the
food.
fair, at the arena, at any place, right? With cotton candy,
Right.
kind of a summer
Cotton
food,
candy is
right?
strictly a summer
It's a fair
food.
food, and
Yeah.
and I don't know if it's ever needing to be in
Huh.
a milkshake.
I mean, I get that people probably feel like they need to like invent new things
I
every
don't know.
once in a while, but I
Cotton
don't
candy the way to go?
cotton candy. I mean, I felt that they went a
No,
little too
no.
far with the Shamrock
So the
Shake. I mean,
original
that was
Shamrock,
back in the day
no,
because I was
yeah,
like, what
the
the
original
fuck
Shamrock
is
Shake
going
was
on
really
with that?
good. The today's version of the Shamrock Shake, it's frothy, and that's not good. Like it's frothy, right? Like why is it frothy? Not meant to be frothy, right? Right? So it's not good now, but it
Okay.
used to be good. But cotton candy, I'm never trying that
Okay.
if it
All
ever comes
right.
here. Bring, bring back
I'm sure it
just bring
won't.
back the
Very
McRib
few
and let's
things
just be
like that
happy
come
again.
here.
Right? That's what Canada and the States needs to get along and to join. Drop the tariffs, drop all the problems, just bring back the McRib. Let's be happy. Right?
Yeah.
Easy.
There you go.
Just
Lisa
solve
solved all
North
the
American
world
issues right now,
problems.
friends of the podcast. You heard it here. Right? So when
Bring back
so
the
so in 6
McRib.
months when the McRib launch comes back, you're gonna be like, hey, oh my god, she may have had something here. I'm just saying the
Lisa
McRib
was
makes a
right.
lot of people happy. Okay? All right. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Okay?
I I'm gonna tell you something.
I do, yeah.
You know who Bethany Frankel is, right?
She's an influencer,
Okay.
also known as a
So
hot
she's been
mess.
on her I know, but she's kind of funny. Anyways, she got
So
tapped to do a runway for Sports Illustrated. And she walked that
yes,
runway
she
in
did.
tiny little bikinis, showed off her body, and
Okay.
by the way, she looks good.
So
The girl's looking good. I thought she did really well, but the internet
okay,
is chock full of
as
opinions.
am I, I'm afraid.
Chock full.
Okay. I felt
Oh,
listen, I felt
jeez.
that from the waist
Don't.
down she looked really great. I have an issue with the
Uh-huh.
fake boobs on people, right? That just
But that's what people want. They
that's fine.
want
They're
themselves to be
augmented and they don't
augmented.
belong and they bong, 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 and they go at a different pace and they actually don't sit in your bra or they don't sit in your bikini. They sit wherever they feel like moving to. And I
Oh
find
my
them weird
God.
because they're perfectly little round balls, little round balls. They don't look real. They don't move real. And we've seen it in real life. We've seen them in real life lately, right? You and I saw those boobs someplace in town. Somebody had them. Had those.
Where
Yes,
was
yes,
I
you
when
may
this
or may not have been
happened?
a waitress. Uh-huh.
Oh.
Those are not real.
Those
They're
are
the exact.
real.
They're not. They were the exact same as
Those are
Bethany
real.
Frankel's. When I saw Bethany Frankel's, I thought, oh God, I've seen these. They were the same. Oh,
So are you
oh,
jealous?
I'm,
Or you just think,
I got the
no?
worst boobs. I'm so over boobs, right? I'm still nursing a scabby boob, right? I'm so over boobs.
Oh,
It's it's
oh,
it's
how
it's
is your
not
rotting
rotting anymore.
boob?
Now it's just itchy and getting better, right? So 6 weeks
Okay,
later, and for those who don't remember or don't recall, it was burned
good.
through a shirt, through a tank top, through a bra, and I got 2 blisters, big blisters.
And the only
My
one that
real
believed her
doctor,
was her
my
doctor.
doctor, I have a hard time believing that.
Yeah,
My real doctor said,
not the
"Oh, but
walk-in.
you don't know. They don't know you." Yeah, exactly. They don't know me, right? They don't know me
They don't know
exactly.
you.
So I get
Okay, well, I have no problem
Did you
with
hear?
Bethany
Did you
Frankel
hear what her?
walking down that
Did you hear what
runway.
her
Say,
kid
go
said?
for it. Do you.
Her kid said, "Mom, you have a
No.
really nice tushy." Yeah, I agree. Do you? I agree. Do you? I mean, hey,
Well, that's
like
nice.
she looks good for sure. She does. I mean, she's had work, and if you can afford work,
Oh, well,
go for it.
yeah,
Right? Just go for it.
right.
Okay, so this is
Do
something.
it.
It could be like earth shattering. I don't know. We all know that nothing beats a
Oh,
tomato
geez.
sandwich in the summer, right? Like it's the best, a tomato sandwich. I know you don't love it, but like lots of people love a good tomato sandwich. There's a new trend, and it is to add, I don't know how to say it, so I'm going to call it, I was going to say chamois.
Chamoy.
It's
No, chamoy. Oh my God. Chamois?
it's spelled
No,
C
not
H A
chamois.
M O
Chamoy.
Y. I was going to call it chamois.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah, they say
and
it's a
it's kind of
Mexican
spicy.
spice, right? But they say that this condiment,
Yeah.
it uses a
Mhm.
blend of chili, lime, sugars, and dehydrated fruit like mango or apricots. Would you eat it, or is your tummy too sensitive?
Mhm.
No, chamois is
No, I
too.
would never
You
be
think
able
it's
to
too
eat that.
spicy? Right? Chamois, right? Just like my character board.
Chamoy. Chamoy, because people, but you're slow to this trend. You're so off the trend because people have been doing
Really?
chamoy on pickles. They would yeah, it was back on the
Wow.
2 years ago more. Like people would eat pickles and they'd be this and they'd put stuff on it and
So
the
why is my
chamoy and blah blah
TikTok
blah.
so behind the time? Is it because you hog it all, and we just watch Colby now?
No, I don't
And I
hog art. I don't
and
hog
I
the
watch.
TikTok. I don't know what you watch, but apparently it's
Well,
only about kittens. So I don't
it's a lot
like
of
it's
cats.
not
My
my
sister and I
fault
send a
you're
lot of cat videos back
behind.
and forth because we love
Oh
cats, right?
God.
I'm not a furry though. Um,
Mhm. Yeah.
but I think it's weird,
Uh-huh.
right? Because like I don't know if I want spicy on my tomato sandwich. That's where I'm going with this, Samantha. It's not a critique of how I speak. Thank you.
Okay. Well, that it's
It's not
no,
though.
it should
It's
be.
a new
Um,
word.
I mean, it's really up to you, but
I don't.
you occasionally don't
Sometimes I
mind
don't mind
spicy stuff.
spicy. It's like a hot wing if it's made with like that hot Tabasco sauce. Sometimes I love that taste, even though it's gonna hurt, right? But I
Uh,
sometimes I don't. Sometimes, but I don't know if I want chamois. I'll get a tomato sandwich. I will get.
it's not
I'll get a
chamois.
tomato sandwich with a side of
Stop
chamois,
it.
please, in case it's spicy. Chamois,
Chamoy.
chamois. How do you know it's chamois? How do you know you're
Chamoy.
right? Oh,
Because I've heard it on
I haven't.
TikTok.
I haven't.
Yeah, because
But
you're slow to the roll. Okay, all right. You're not being
I'm
very
trying to
salty
salt
right
it
now.
up.
So
Just trying to salt it up here. But do you love
just
it? You
saying.
don't love a tomato sandwich.
No, I like tomato
You're
sandwiches,
very
but my
picky.
tomato I'm very picky because
Yep.
I don't like soft tomatoes. They have to be a certain
Yeah. It's
crunch.
got to
There
be
has to be
really
a
fresh
crunch
bread.
factor in that tomato.
Toasted or not toasted?
Yeah,
I can do either. I
toasted
like
with
either.
mayonnaise.
Totally. Lots of
And then
pepper.
salt and pepper.
Yeah. Push it real
Lots of
good.
pepper.
Dun, 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 dun. Right? That's where we go.
All right, all right. Hey, have you ever thought, what do you think famous
I
people
think they're
do when
just
they're
always
not
being
being famous?
famous. Like if I'm,
No, they're not. Lisa, they
I
shit
don't
and
know if
eat
they
and
do.
poop like the
I
rest
don't
of
know if
us.
they do. Oprah once said at
Yes,
her
they
house, her
do.
toilet paper, every time she uses her toilet paper, it's got a little triangle bottom on it. I mean, after somebody's used Oprah's bathroom, they go and they fix her toilet paper. That's rich people. That's not us. We're happy there's toilet paper on the roll, right? Oh, right,
We're
right.
happy
We're
we
happy
remembered to
we're
buy
not having
toilet
to use
paper.
Kleenex, right? Which again, I don't know what the difference would be. It'd probably be softer, right? So I think famous
Maybe.
people only know how to be famous. They adapt all weird famous things. And, like, I don't think like they eat with
I don't
silver
know.
spoon like with gold spoons and gold cutlery probably. I I think
No, they don't. Where did you get?
no, I
Have
know
you
I
been
haven't,
watching
but
a
I think
weird
that they
show
do.
again?
I think they do. I think
hmm I think famous people are just normal people when they're not in front of a
like,
camera
you
and
think
all
J
gussied
Lo at
up.
some point just looks like me on a Saturday? Or you? Saturday?
Pretty
I don't
much.
think so.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think J-Lo's walking
Hair
around with a
up.
dirty, yucky bun like you do? Wearing the yucky bun.
For sure she is.
Sunday
Absolutely.
yucky
Especially
bun.
after she broke up with Ben Affleck.
Slapping
She was
the
having a rough
kitten and
couple
calling it a
days.
yucky bun.
For sure she's slapping a
I don't
banana
think she
clip in her
is.
hair and off she
I don't
runs.
think she is. I think she wakes up and a room full of angels come and make her look beautiful in the morning, right?
Yes,
Big,
that's
big fancy
exactly
food.
it,
Think
Lisa.
JLo's just sitting down with a bag of potato chips? I don't think she is.
Yes. I think that
No, they
she
don't know
lives a
normal
very normal
anymore.
life.
Like, I want to not know normal one
Yes, they
day.
do.
That's my right? All I want is to not
Okay.
know normal, right?
I want
That
someone to
would
wipe
take
my
a
ass
special kind of
too.
person to have toilet paper, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, for
I'm just saying, I
heaven's
don't
sake,
think
you're
that they
so
know
weird.
normal anymore.
No, I think you've got them on a
It is.
pedestal,
Maybe
and
not
that
all of
is
them, but there's
not
some that should
good.
stay there. Right. Anne
Oh,
Murray
sorry,
told me that,
Anne
right?
Murray.
She's never normal. She's Anne Murray. She doesn't have to be normal. Oprah don't got to be normal. She's Oprah.
Right.
Right? Just saying, right?
Well, this is
Okay,
true.
here's breaking news. Happy to announce I'm back watching my 1,000-Pound Sisters. Remember, I loved them. And then I hated them when I found out that Tammy has
Oh
my
my
bathing
God.
suit and wasn't sure. I remember, and I said to you, you caused me to
Right.
hate them because it was you. Because I remember I said to you, "Oh my God, Tammy's wearing my bathing suit. Who wears it better?" And you paused, like the true friend that you are. You paused, which then who's wearing it better? The 500
That's
pound lady
funny.
who, yes, has lost lots of fat, but now is just skin, or me? And you were like you had to think about
Uh-huh.
it. And I'm like, it's the beauty of this friendship.
I had
Friends
to
of the
think about it.
podcast. It's not good all the time, right? It's not good all the time. But now I'm back
Yeah.
because they're fighting again. Because Tammy, she's going for skin removal surgery. And Amy's bitter.
Oh.
Because Amy hasn't
Well,
lost
why
the
can't
weight as
Amy have
well
the
as
same
Tammy
surgery?
has. Right? So
Oh.
Tammy has really transformed. She looks like she kind of looks like Roger from the American Dad or Modern Family show, whatever that American Dad cartoon. Right? So she's kind of morphed weirdly, right? Because she's like lost 500 pounds. So she's gonna get all the skin removed.
Uh-huh.
And Amy, she's mad. She's just mad, right? Like she's not a good sister that way, right? She's just mad. And they had a conversation this week about
Okay.
Tammy said that she can wear an XL, and Amy's like, "You can wear an XL?" And Tammy was like, "Yeah, I can wear an XL." And Amy was mad, right? Right,
Because she's
exactly, because she
jealous.
hasn't done the same job that Tammy has. So now my thing is that
She
I'm
hasn't
never
done the
going to ask you
work.
again who looks better in the bathing suit because it's going to be Tammy because now she's going to get all this work done, right? So of course she's going to look better. I'm just saying, I'm watching that
Of course
train
she's
wreck.
going to
I'm
look
back
better,
in it,
Lisa.
right? They're just a bunch of hillbillies, and I love it.
Oh my
So
God.
every show I
You
watch
watch
is for the
shows for
wrong
all the
reason.
wrong reasons, right?
Totally, yeah. I'm really, really horrible
Okay.
that way.
All right.
Sorry.
I know.
Right? It's like the 90-Day Fiance, right? What do we
Oh
say?
my
We
God.
don't watch it because we
No.
love.
Oh
We
God.
watch
I
it
can't.
because it's a train wreck and they're
Oh.
horrible.
Oh my God. I can't. Those, I tried and I was like, I
Right?
can't watch this shit. This is, you people
Yeah.
purposely allow people to watch you get humiliated, or like it's
So
just so
yeah,
cringy. It's
it's nothing to do
everything
with love.
about
It's
that
just
is
because it's
so
a train
cringy.
wreck.
Oh God. It's sometimes
Totally,
why I
right?
watch
Whitney
Whitney
Wade Thor is a
Thor,
train
right?
wreck, and she draws you in to her
She's a
wreck,
train wreck.
right?
Ugh.
She didn't start off as a train wreck.
Ugh.
All the fame and the hype made her a train wreck, right? Because she liked all the attention of. She
Mhm.
got more attention as a train wreck than she just did as a plus size dancer who was trying to tell people it was okay to be fat and dance, right? So I'm just saying, right? And let's hear it for the
Yeah.
1,000-Pound Sisters, right?
Oh my God. Okay. Well, I do have a question. If businesses are doing bad, should upper management get
Isn't that a slippery
increases?
slope?
It is.
I
I
mean,
mean,
technically, they
it's
wouldn't
not
be getting
unheard of.
bonuses based on performance. So why are they getting Why are they getting increases?
No. Well, because are they giving
Right? Because
increases to the people below
if
them?
businesses like I only know retail, right? So in the world of retail, right? If the store's not making its targets, um,
Hmm.
chances are the region's not making its targets, the company's not making its targets.
Well, yeah. So, I mean, is that the problem with some of the businesses that
Maybe,
are
right?
kind of going belly up? Is that they've paid their
That's
upper
it.
level people a
Yeah.
little bit too
It,
much money and then,
like I'm all for
strangled
incentive
the people below them?
based earning, right? Like I think, you know what, if you can pull off, like if you can get incentives and you can pull it off, go for it, right? Makes you work harder, gives you a goal. I think that's
Hmm.
fine. But I think that just because you're the head, you're the CEO of, like, I don't know, Taco Bell, doesn't mean it's not your God-given right to just get more money, right? Maybe everybody should get some
No.
or nobody should get some.
Well, I mean, if a business is doing
Right. But
poorly,
they
why
do,
would there
right?
be
But they do,
increases
right?
anyways?
It's like the
It's a
Canada Post
bad,
strike, right?
bad business
Canada
plan.
Post is like 2 days away from bankruptcy, and yet their workers are going on strike for stuff. Like,
Mm.
you know what, guys? Maybe you just need to stop striking and just work, because they're going to go bankrupt and you aren't going to have work, right?
And Lisa says that. And you can share your comments with her through
That's
email
how I
because
feel.
I'm not getting into this.
I'm in it. I'm in it. Sometimes I think people should be thankful they have jobs, right? I'm saying I get people want more. I
Okay,
get it.
Lisa.
I get it. But if it no, we can't. You're right. We can't. We can't. We can't. I will get us in big trouble.
No.
Right. Okay. Okay. I'm done.
Yeah. Stop talking. So we're going to go and talk about Facebook Sunday
Right?
because that's a little less controversial, I
Am
think,
I being
than
salty?
Lisa and how she's talking right now. Oh, you're salty, all right. And then, you
I'll
get
take them.
the emails
I'll
to
take them.
you. People mad? Send them to Lisa. Okay, so on Sunday we said, hey, if the 80s had a
Right.
smell,
We put that on our
what would it
page. We
be?
asked the question.
We asked the question because
Absolutely.
that's what we discussed last week on our podcast.
I
And I
said it
said
smelled
it
like
smelled like hairspray.
young boy cologne. Polo.
Polo.
Obsession.
Drac Noir.
Right?
So Maggie agreed.
Yeah.
She said hairspray. Dale said polo. Paula
Oh.
said pert shampoo and cotton
Okay.
candy sprays. Luke said new trapper keeper. And I'm like, and again,
What is
Luke,
that, dude?
no offense, dude.
What
What
is a
is
new
that?
trapper keeper?
What is new trapper keeper? Please
Right?
explain. Yeah. Oh my God. Haley said
Remember those
CK
were so
Drac
good,
Noir. Scratch
right?
and sniff stickers.
Yeah,
Yes.
totally.
Strawberry
Totally.
shortcake and the gang. And then Carrie
Oh, that
said the
right in the
Aussie
purple
grape
can. The
smelling
purple
hairspray.
can.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
Yes. An exclamation perfume. And then Tina weighed in.
yes.
She said
Totally.
loves baby soft.
That was
Oh,
good.
that was
It also
popular
repelled
back in the
mosquitoes.
day.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, of
And
course,
then
right?
Cindy
Of
threw an
course.
Aquanet.
Right? And that was
Big gold
those are
bottle
totally
Aquanet.
and and I'm gonna say, and my mom's cigarette smoke. I'm gonna put that in there too. I
Yeah. The
right?
the many,
Right,
many
and that you
layers
didn't
of
know that you
cigarette
walked
smoke
around
from your
smelling like cigarette
parents.
smoke because all your friends did too, because everybody's parents smoked. It was fine.
Because you know what? You always I always knew
Right?
when my grandma was around because you
I
could smell the
remember we
smoke.
used to, like, when we would stay in a hotel and there would be my mom and my dad and me and my kid sister, and I'd wake up in the middle of the night, like, all stuffed up, going, "Oh my God, I'm so stuffed up." And I would look over and my mom would be sitting on the side of her bed smoking. And I'm like, "Right, because I'm allergic and that's why I'm having a tough time sleeping." Mom, do you smokers need to wake up in the middle of the night and have a cigarette? Apparently we did back then.
Apparently
All
they
right, so then
do.
we had Facebook Tuesday, right?
Apparently
So every
they did.
Tuesday
Yep.
we do a one has to go, right? This week we did things you might put on
Yes.
toast. So we had Nutella, we had
Yes.
cinnamon sugar, we had honey, we had jam, we had what else did we have? Peanut butter. We had avocado because that's always on trend, right?
Avocado.
People
Uh-huh.
not a big. Oh, and we had Cheese Whiz. Cheese Whiz took a kicking.
Oh, yes.
And on toast,
I
I
loved
used to love
Cheese
that.
Whiz as a
There were
kid.
people, and to every person who picked cinnamon sugar, I messaged them and said, or not messaged, but I replied to them saying, "Did you not grow up in the '80s? Because everybody loved that, right?" So to any Gen Xer who doesn't
Everybody
like
loves
cinnamon
cinnamon
sugar,
sugar.
I'm thinking that that's not true. I think it's not true. And they didn't. Some people didn't love avocado. Both my sister and I, we didn't like the honey, right? Because again, we have the
Mm-hmm.
allergy, right? It's serious, right? I was 5 years
Oh,
old.
God,
I threw up.
stop.
I've never had it again, right? You only throw up if you're allergic to stuff,
Uh-huh.
Samantha. It's true. And more people liked
No,
raspberry
that's
jam
not
than
true.
strawberry jam. It's funny because our one has to
I
go
know, it's
Tuesday.
very
What
odd.
it does is it opens up all of the crazy things and all of the logical things and why people don't like stuff, right? And I love the fact that people share that with us because I'm like, that's
Uh-huh.
interesting. I never would have known, right? I never would have thought, right? So I love it. I love it. Thanks for playing,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah. I like it when we ask people
Right?
questions and
It's
they
like, yes,
weigh in heartily.
give it to us.
All right, guys. So connect with us on our social media. Visit our website, which is ishakemyheadpod.com. Sign up for our newsletters. Leave us a message like Carrie did. Check out our episodes. You can watch our podcast on YouTube and you can subscribe to our YouTube page. That would be awesome if you did that. Join our Patreon for exclusive content, early access, and behind the scenes footage, all for as little as $2 a month. And all you have to do is visit patreon.com/ishakemyhead. If you're looking for I Shake My Head swag, head on down to threadless.com and search for us there. We're proud to be part of the Women in Media Network, and we want to thank John
Absolutely.
Domingo
And
for editing our podcast
here's
each
my
week.
update that I know, as Kelly Ripa says, the reason people come to the show is to hear this. I'm back in the winning column with my Major League Baseball fake draw, fake fantasy sports. All right, I'm
The
back. I'm
fantasy
back in the
baseball
winning,
league.
and you can't take one day off. The minute you take one day off, you can't make that ground back up, eh? So it's hard, right? So it's when I wake up first thing in the morning, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta make my changes, right? My from 5:30 to 6:15
Oh my
is really
God.
busy because it's my baseball. It's usually our Instagram on the days that I do the Instagram, right? Like it's really it's intense, and I haven't even gotten out of bed yet. Still in the bed, right?
It's
And I'm already
intense.
busy, right? Right? I'm already like stressed out because I have deadlines to meet. It's so funny. Samantha, that's the end of it.
Oh my God.
Anything else you want to talk about?
We're done,
No,
Lisa.
Samantha's on the road this week.
No,
She's in a hotel. I'm going to just share.
I
We
am.
tried to record last night, which
I'm
was
in a
Tuesday.
hotel. Don't.
It was
Can
horrible.
Can we just
It was
never
not
bring
good.
that memory back?
We actually didn't even get to record. Everything was
It
going
was
so
horrible.
wrong. And so it was just so bad.
No,
But here we are
it
on
was
Wednesday.
so
You know our
wrong.
rule, right? Don't record on Wednesdays. But then we have.
No, but apparently
if you're in a
it's
hotel
okay
on
if
a
I'm on the
Wednesday,
road.
that's recording day, not a Tuesday. Right? Got all these things to work out. All right, friends of the podcast, check out all our fun stuff. Get your tickets before they're gone. It's limited seating, and I know it sounds like everybody says that, but it really is limited seating.
Get tickets.
So check it out. Right? Let's do this. We're gonna do this for you live, but it's gonna be better.
Oh my God, Lisa and I in the same room talking
And
to
so
each
many
other.
things that are
There's
gonna
so many things could go wrong.
Right?
You should just come for that. You should just simply come for all the things that could potentially go wrong.
How this friendship is so not.
Oh. And then you'll wonder why Sam stuck around for so long.
Doesn't she? Because I'll probably be in those jeans. You're probably gonna add a whole new segment with those jeans.
God, I will do my very best to make sure those jeans do not come.
And my dressy black t-shirt. And my dressy black t-shirt.
Saggy ass and all, folks.
Oh my God.
I know, Lisa.
All right, Samantha.
All right.
Always a pleasure.
Okay. It should be.
Who's a pretty girl? I'm a pretty girl.